What's up, everybody? It's your favorite show, Get a Bucket. I'm your host, Trey, and as usual, hope you're all having a wonderful, wonderful day. And we got a nice little roster today. And as y'all can see, I got my football jersey on. So we ain't talking about getting buckets. We talking about slinging that bill, throwing that thing. But we got on here a couple folks. So let's start off with the newcomers, right? We got Nick, my guy Nick. How's everything with you, man?
Man, everything's going good. How about you, Trey? I'm chilling, brother. Excited to talk football. It's my game, man. I was
Hey,
raised on it.
I hear that. Look, I appreciate you joining on. Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, he's a newcomer, so we got to make sure to give him his flowers. The rest of y'all, y'all been on the show a couple times, so y'all ain't nothing new. But I've been wanting to get you boys on the show together because Mark played semi-pro football, and Byron, you know what I'm saying? We already talked about you, so I wanted to make sure we get a nice, good group of fellas to talk about all the NBA divisions today. So Byron, Mark, which I think Mark might have taken a little quick hiatus. So we'll start with Byron. Byron, how's everything with you?
Everything's great, man. Everything's great. Cannot complain. Another day to get it right.
Exactly. Well, look, fellas. Hold on. I think Mark's back. Let's see what happens. See what.
Yeah, man, my bad. Like I said, man, I'm at my mom crib. I ain't in my normal get up.
Nah, I feel you. But I say, make sure you connect to that Wi-Fi, my boy. Make sure you connect to that Wi-Fi. You can be dropping passes. Like, who was it? T.O. a little bit too much. My fault. Was that too much of a sting for Dallas Cowboy fans? I don't know.
The hate is real. The hate is real.
Look, let's go ahead and move on. Then let's go ahead and move on to another tough division, Byron. I think you'll appreciate this one. The AFC North. You know what? Let's go ahead and bring them out, fellas. We got the Steelers, the Ravens, the Bengals, and the Browns. I ain't gonna say Browns is gonna be, shitty, but for the longest, it really has been what can Browns do for you, and not really too much was done. Bengals, I like them. They just got what's the boy's name? The offensive tackle, Orlando Brown from the Chiefs, but they might not be their time. The Steelers, I've been hearing some things. They got a nice little wide receiver out there that's supposed to be better than Justin Jefferson. Still, I'm not feeling the Steelers. I feel like it's the Ravens to lose, fellas. They got Lamar Jackson. He got a chip on the shoulder with OBJ and them boys. Talk to him. We got to give everybody their flowers. By the way, shout out to Zay Flowers. How y'all feeling about this, though? Nick, let's start off with you. I just wanted to make sure you saw how everything rolled. But since you are the newcomer, I do want you to start off first. Go ahead. Only second, but first. Go ahead.
AFC North is my division as a Steeler fan, born and bred. I'll tell you this right now. I do think that Mike Tomlin should never be counted out. And I'm not just saying that as a Steeler fan. I'm saying that just as the fact that he is a coach that's never had a losing season. And now he's got a second-year quarterback that's pissed off. He's got a receiver that's coming to his own. And he's really shored up the offensive line in the draft and free agency. The way Omar Khan has used the draft and free agency to bring in some pieces, you forget that Patrick Peterson is now in our secondary to go along with Minka Fitzpatrick. We drafted Nate Herbig to go along with TJ Watt, right? We have some pieces here that are going to make a difference. Allen Robinson is now in the receiving corps, teaching some of these young cats how to really play in the league and keep themselves relevant. So I think that that's actually going to show, some. I mean, we've been steadily the best defense in the NFL, I would say, over the last 20 years. So I don't know if it's I don't know if that's
Steelers. You saying
yeah.
like you put 200 last time,
Uh-huh.
so like you putting 200 again?
You know what? And this is as a Steeler fan. No, I would say $100 on the Steelers, but I do think that the Steelers are really going to show something this year. I mean, obviously, in this regard, it's the Bengals division to lose, but they're going to lose to the Steelers.
Okay, all right. So we got a Steeler fan saying the Steelers for about 100.
Yep.
Anybody else feeling that same? No. Okay. All right. Cool. I just had to ask. So Byron, I know you got a little ties to this division, right? What's your thoughts? I did say the Ravens, so Baltimore, don't get mad at me.
I know it's all good, man. Well, yo to the Noops for Mike Tomlin.
Exactly.
So for sure, you know what I'm saying? Yo to the Noops. So I would definitely say that, but no, Nick, you're delusional, my brother. They are the worst team in that division, not because of the coach that they have. They probably have the best coach in the division, but I would say in regards to their talent, um, they have some pieces on the defensive end. There's pieces on the offensive end, but you got to look at these other teams, right? You got, and I'm gonna start with the Browns. You got Deshaun coming back after really sitting some time out. Deshaun was a top 3 quarterback when he played. So I'm not going to get into who they have, what they don't have. I just know he can play. I'm not even saying the Browns number 1. Then you go into the Bengals. The Bengals, they still got Chase. They still got Higgins. They still got some of these guys. They still got Burrow, who's going to be out for a little bit. They don't expect him to play for probably the first month or so. But then they beefed up the offensive line. They already were an offensive powerhouse. On top of that, they got some defensive players now and things like that. You can't count out the Bengals. So, and then the Ravens, right? I think having a new offensive coordinator, getting rid of the old one, allowing Lamar to kind of come into his own, kind of like a Louisville type of system where he can really play football and not run a triple wing in a spread style, shotgun style in 2023. I think you'll really see him blossom into a quarterback in which he is, not being able to be forced to run the ball, because a lot of times people are like, why does he run so much? It's because he was forced to run. I think now you'll really see him be able just to play football. However he wants to play is how he'll be able to play with this new coordinator, especially having Zay Flowers, Odell, and some of the other guys, getting rid of the old, I forgot his number 83. I can't think of his name. But having some explosive receivers, having some young guys around him, having some veteran guys around him, and Odell was coming to his own before he got hurt. He had like 6, 7 touchdowns in like I think 7, 8 weeks when he was with the Rams, right? He was going crazy in the Super Bowl. We'll see how that knee plays out this year. So really, I give it up to the Bengals or the Ravens. But I don't count out the Browns either. So like I said, that's another. The AFC is going to be packed. It's going to be every week is going to be a good game, I feel like. So if I had to put money on who wins that division, I would go with the Ravens early on. But then I would kind of counter myself too and put a little money up with the Bengals too as well. So I would go those 2.
I feel that the Bengals have been quite successful, and like I said, they
They
got
have.
tackle Brown,
They
well,
have.
that bad, stolen from the Chiefs. Patty
But
Mahomes.
no, but I like I said, I will say with no Burrow at the beginning of the season, it could hurt them.
No,
It could hurt them.
Yeah, no, that could. And like you said too, on the Browns part with Deshaun Watson coming back, chip on the shoulder. Top 3 might have been a bit aggressive. I ain't gonna hold you. I don't know about that. That's why I was like,
Okay.
I was like,
He was top 3.
maybe in his division, but like I don't know about the league. Like I don't know about.
Yeah, that's blasphemy, my man.
That boy was top 3. Go check the numbers. Go check those numbers with the Texans.
I plan to do a divisional winner episode, a QB, a running back. So we gonna talk about Deshaun Watson and them boys, because you say he was top 3. So
Yeah, he was.
I'm assuming he got to be at least at the top of his division when we talk about that day. So
big facts.
That's all I'm saying. Like you saying, Deshaun was top 3 back then. We got
nowhere, bro.
Consideration number 1 in his division when we talk about that.
Okay, we're not gonna get into that right now, but his QBR and passer rating was, I think it was number 2 in the league at the time. It was very high. His touchdown interception ratio was very high, and he's on the Texans. But we're not gonna get into that right now.
Okay, I mean, you got to prove his case. But Deshaun, you got a fan apparently. So, but nah, fellas, I greatly appreciate this time. This was a good combo. I'm gonna try to keep this roster together because when you realize greatness is here, fellas, you got to keep it together. So I like this one. I like Nick. You were very good today, man. Like, hey,
you got a talent for it, bro.
Thank you.
So serious, bro. Like, I'm so happy right now that this man Corey and I would had that little cookout thing, and you swung by. I'm like, oh yes, sir. Easy work. So yeah, now we definitely get y'all boys back on the show again. But do y'all have anything you want to say before we close up shop? Nick, since you're a newcomer, we'll start it off with you.
Steelers going to the playoffs. I call it. That's it. All right. I'm just saying. You said I have a talent for this stuff. At the end of the season, when they're in the playoffs, buy me a cheeseburger. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, look. I was told if people disagree, you say bet. So I mean, we can do like a nice little $10 spot on the Steelers. If they make it, I can slide you 10. If they miss it, I'm gonna appreciate the 10. Like that's how we do on Get a Bucket. Friendly wagers. But I'm about to say friendly wagers, but we still got to pay bills though, so we ain't doing nothing egregious. Like Mark, did you want to double or nothing it, or are you good?
I'm good with the cheeseburger, bro, and a shot. Give me a cheeseburger and a shot. I'm a simple man, simple passion.
All right, so but if the Steelers get to the playoffs, that means you owe him a cheeseburger and a shot.
I'm
Just making
food is
sure.
the way to
And look,
yeah.
I ain't hear no stipulations where the cheeseburger from. So if
That's
they got
fine, bro.
cheeseburger at
That's
Ruth's
fine,
Chris,
bro.
that's all I'm
I'm a
saying. That
delivery too
cheeseburger might
since
be a
I'm
little
in
heavy.
Florida.
I mean, you
FedEx
have to
the
run me
cheeseburger,
to
bro.
you have to run me to Cookout, bro. I don't know. I think Cookout's the move.
All right,
Put them in a
I got
shake.
you, bro. I'm a chef though in my own right, bro. So I got you.
Nah, he likes cooking. He likes cooking actually. Now,
Oh,
and I say, Mark, when you come up this way too, I'll try to actually get us to do like an in-person recording too. That might be dope too.
that'd be awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry, Mark. Did you have anything you want to say before we close up shop?
Go Cowboys all day, every day.
Yeah. Two questionable statements to end the show. That's why I'm not. I'm have to finish off strong. But no, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you all like, subscribe, please comment, tell anyone about the show. My name is Trey. I'm the host of Get a Bucket. Fellas, again, I greatly appreciate you for taking the time out your busy day to help me out. And with that, we will close up shop. Hope you all have a good one. Take care.
Oh, I did not know you guys were still here. As you can see, we're at the back end of the show. No pun intended, but look, hope you all enjoyed it. And before you go, please subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow the IG account, share the content to anybody who's anybody. And most importantly, leave your thoughts and comments below. But I got to go back and play Buddy in 2K, so let me unmute him real quick. Excuse me. Hey, boss, I'm back. Nah, you better catch this word. You know we get buckets around here, too.